What's up, guys? Crypto Savvy here. Hope everybody's having a fabulous Saturday, and I want to wish you guys a great weekend. We're going to take a look at the charts, take a look at Bitcoin, take a look at Litecoin, and see if this pump we're having might continue for the weekend. I believe is definitely possible, and we're going to talk about the 55 EMA on the weekly holding. I do believe it's going to hold. Yeah, we're going to check that out. Also, I want to remind you guys, definitely check out the free Discord group in the description below the video and the other links in there that really help the channel out. There's some affiliate links, some exchange links in there. You get some bonuses for signing up for, etc., etc. And let's get on with the video. All right, guys, as always, I want to start out by saying I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion and my view of the market only. Anybody that's doing any trading or investing in this market, I suggest you do your own due diligence and your own research, as this market is extremely volatile and risky. Also, keep in mind, it's still a speculative market. Don't put in more than you're willing to lose. With that being said, if you're new here, you haven't already, definitely hit the subscribe button in the lower right-hand side of the screen. That'll get you updated every single day when I post new videos. All you have to do is tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post them. Also, guys, definitely take a second out, pause the video for a second, give it a thumbs up, and leave your comments. Let me know what you think, and let's get on with it. So I've been looking at the weekly Bitcoin chart, and I do believe the 55 EMA is going to hold us here. And as long as we don't break 7,700, I've been talking about still seeing possibility of new highs by the end of the year. I do want to take a look real quick at the RSI on the weekly, and I've been talking about this trend line we have down here, which was support back here in 2012, which was also number 2 of the cycle back here. And we're getting support on the same trend line over here. So I do believe we are most likely going to get a massive pump to the upside. And let's look at, there is the 55 EMA. I do believe this is going to hold, guys. If it doesn't, I do believe we're going to go, well, we'll talk about the targets here in a second. Let's go into the daily. All right, so looking at the daily, you guys know, if you've been watching my channel, I still believe that, let me zoom in a little bit. This is a giant bull flag, and I do believe when we break it, break the top, as long as we do that before the end of this month, I do believe we could see at least 20,000 by the end of the year, but I do believe we'll be much higher as long as that 7,700 doesn't break. Now let's look at the targets. We'll take a look at the bearish case scenario too, guys. And the bearish case scenario would be looking at this whole thing as a descending triangle. And the measured move off that would be down here to the $4,600 range. I think that's less likely, guys. I know everybody's super bearish in the space right now. Good luck to the bears, but I don't think they're going to be doing too well. Anyways, the other measured move I have is from right here, measuring the smaller part as a descending triangle. And the measured move off that, guys, is 6,300. And that's where I believe we're headed if the 7,700 doesn't hold, which so far it looks like it's going to hold. Like I said, everybody's super bearish in the space. More power to them. But let me change this. I don't like that being, there we go. All right, we're going to take a look at our more recent targets that we're going to be looking for. Yeah, anyways, I just wanted to point that out, that 7,700, that's where the 55 EMA on the weekly is, and I do believe it's going to hold. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. Well, actually, before we do that, we're going to go into the daily. Sorry, guys, the video is a little late on Saturdays. I don't wake up as early. But we've been watching this falling wedge here, and we broke out of it over here, came back down in it. It seems to be on the daily, and remember, this is the daily. We are in this rise or falling channel here. I do believe we're going to break out, and it's going to be for a massive move up. And I've been talking about it. I know, like I said, all other channels have been bearish. Every time we have any little move, they change their perspective. On this channel, we have been looking at the macro and been bullish all year, still remain bullish. So in this, if you look at this red line, this is old support and resistance all the way across here on the 4-hour. And we had some trouble, got rejected by it over here, came back down. We were in this falling channel. We broke out, which was a nice move this morning. And I am in a long. And if you guys do want to try leverage trading, I do have links to that in the description below the video. There is a Prime XBT link. If you sign up, you get a 35% bonus. And there is also a Bybit one down there, and you get a $60 bonus with Bybit up to, I think, $210, depending on how much you deposit. So check those out if you guys are interested. I just suggest you don't do high leverage. Just do low leverage if you're just starting out and trying it. But it is very risky, guys. So be careful, because you can lose a lot of money just as easy as you can win a lot of money. All right. So we've broken out of this channel now in the 4-hour and broken above this resistance in the RSI. So let's look at the targets here and see where it might be headed. So I had this wedge drawn in here, this falling wedge, and still have this target down here at 7,700. But guys, like I said, if we would have hit this target, I do believe we would have went much lower, at least to the $6,700 range. And the measured move there would be just measuring this bigger channel. And if we broke down, would be about that 67. But like I said, if we broke the 77, I'd be looking for 63. I don't think that's as likely as people think it is. I think everybody's so bearish in the space. Now that we've seen this little move up, you're probably going to see a bunch of videos today, people calling for super high highs, the same people that were calling for 3,000 yesterday. Anyways, I don't know. The people crack me up, man. But, all right, so looking at where we're at now, let's take we did the worst case measured move, which would be the 6,300. Now let's look at where we're at and take a measured move of this move we're having now. And the measured move off of this wedge, guys, we would measure this wedge over here, bring it to where we've broken out. 85.50 is a measured move here. I do believe we're most likely going to test the top of this channel, and I'm just going to put a random target up there because we don't really have anything to judge off of now to exactly where it's going to be. But if we were to hit the top of this somewhere, maybe around the 8,900. But ultimately, guys, that 9,300 that I've been talking about to retest the bottom of this triangle, I still think we are headed there. And if this breaks, that would be the top of this bull flag, and that would be a huge move, in my opinion. If we take a measured move of that channel and up, that gets us up to about the 10,000 range, and that would be breaking this bull flag, guys. Keep in mind, usually when we break these, we come back down to retest it for support before continuing up. But yeah, I do believe we're most likely on our way to the 85.40 range, as long as we don't break back down into, let me get this out of the way so you can see, as long as we don't break back down below the top of this falling wedge line, which if we were to go now, it would be around the 79.80 mark. So keep in mind, we can come back down to retest it. Also, we got to look at the 55 EMA here. We're going to have some resistance around the 81.30 range. I'm going to go ahead and put a target there. Look for resistance around 81.30, 81.40, and we'll see how it reacts. But like I said, the measured move off of the break of this wedge is 85.50. And then, obviously, the top of this channel would be the $8,900 range. Keep an eye on it, guys. Also, real quick, I want to go into, you guys know I like my EMAs. So I'm going to look at the hourly. And if you look at the hourly, we're most likely going to come back down, test the top of this channel in the hourly before continuing up. So that would get us back down to somewhere in the 79.90 range. But if you look at the EMAs here, guys, they are looking extremely bullish. The 8 EMA looks like it's ready to cross. Now, as long as these cross, the 8 EMA crosses the 55, that'll give us a push up. And then if we get to the 13 EMA crossing the 55, and then ultimately the 21 crossing the 55, will be extremely bullish, guys. Same thing on the 1 hour. It's right around where the 55 EMA is, or I'm sorry. Yeah, the 55 EMA is on the 4 hour. This is a 200 EMA on the 1 hour, which is still around that 81.30, 81.40 range. So we're definitely going to be seeing some resistance there, guys, but I do believe it's possible we are going to break up through that and then use it for support. Let's go into Litecoin. Also, guys, I want to remind you guys, my wife's webpage is up. If you guys are looking to buy your crypto friends or family some crypto gear, check it out. She's got t-shirts in there, coffee mugs, hats, beer koozies, the signs. There's a few different size signs. check it out, guys. She can put any crypto you want on there too, so if you have fans of other crypto or whatnot, but definitely check it out. That's one way to help support the channel, and you actually get something for it. So all right, back over to Litecoin. Litecoin on the daily, I've been looking at this as a falling wedge here, and the measured move off of the falling wedge, if we were to break out this weekend, is around the 114.75. That doesn't mean that we shoot straight up to 114.75. That's just a measured move from the break. As we get more data, you know, we can look for different targets. Let's look at the RSI. Looking at the RSI on the daily, we've been watching it, rising channel, falling channel, and we seem to be headed up to come up and test the top of this channel. If that breaks, extremely bullish, guys. Let's look at the 4-hour RSI. Same thing, we had a rising channel here, broke out of it in a falling channel. We had a break up through them both the other day, came back down in them, and now we are testing the bottom of that old rising channel. If we're able to break this in the 4-hour RSI, close the 4-hour up here, come back down, test it for support, and continue on, expect some major moves up, guys. All right, let's look at, oh yeah, but I thought Litecoin was dead, right? Doubt it. Anyways, all right, so let's look at more immediate price action. So we were looking at this rising channel that we fell out of, guys, and the bearish count for that would be, where is my, I don't know where it's at. But if we were to do a measured move off of the breakdown here and measure this as a flag pull, and this being a bear flag, the measured move off that, guys, is way down to the $34 range, but that would break us out of the bottom of this wedge, so I don't think that is likely. And if we took a measured move of where we're at, we're just going to look at what's going on now. This will give us a clue as to what's going to happen. I don't know if you guys can see it. There is a triangle I have drawn in here. The measured move of this triangle, if we were to break down, gets us down to about the 4,800, which would also get us down to the bottom of this widening, broadening wedge. If we were to break up here, which I think is more likely, especially the way Bitcoin looks, we're looking at the $58 to $59 range, which would also line up with the 4-hour, or the 200 EMA on the 4-hour. Let's go into the 1-hour real quick, and then we'll switch back over here, but I just want to look at the EMAs on the 1-hour. And the same thing, EMAs are turning up, looking extremely bullish, like they want to cross the 55 EMA here. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll zoom in a little bit. But right here, my EMAs are all turning up. If they all cross 55, extremely bullish, and usually that'll carry on over to the 4-hour, and you'll see the same thing if it remains bullish, which looks like we have a pretty good chance of remaining bullish this weekend, guys. Worst case, we come down, test the bottom of this rising, broadening wedge. There's another measured move I want to make here real quick, guys. If we measure this broadening wedge and we are to break out of this triangle, like I said, the triangle is 58 to 59. Sorry if this is confusing. All right, if we measured the whole, if you look at the white lines, that's a falling, broadening wedge, and the measured move, if we were to break out up here, gets us up to the $61 range. Let me make this one green too, yellow. All right, I'm gonna put a target up there too. If we were able to break the 59, we're headed up to 61, 62, which would make sense. Everything lines up pretty good, guys. So that's what I'm looking at now, is the 59 if we're able to break up out of this triangle. But keep in mind that would break us out of this big falling wedge, and I just believe we would see some major action, guys. I think we have some pretty big moves coming ahead, and I believe they are going to be in the upward position. Like I said, Bitcoin, as long as it holds above this 7,700, we could see new all-time highs this year, and we'll take a look at that as it comes up. I do want to say I appreciate all you guys subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing, and we will be adding Ethereum as soon as we get up to 11,000 subscribers. So definitely share the videos, help get them out there, guys, and help That just helps the YouTube algorithm too when you guys give it a thumbs up. And leave your comments. Let me know what you think of the video. Don't forget to subscribe by clicking the Crypto Savvy logo above my head. That'll get you subscribed. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Smash the likes, leave your comments, all that stuff. You guys know what to do. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, don't forget to check out if you guys want to trade Bybit or Prime XBT, links down below. You do get bonuses for signing up, a little bit extra cash. So thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you guys later.